I just would like to say a few words to welcome Rinpoche, Tashizame Rinpoche, and we're so happy to have you with us. On behalf of all of us at Shantideva Center and everyone here, thank you so much for accepting our invitation and making time for us in your very, very busy schedule. And I think all I need to say about Jhado Rinpoche is that we're so fortunate to be in the presence of such an extraordinary teacher, scholar, and practitioner. And I would like to also thank Geshe Tashi, who's very kindly going to translate the teachings for us so we can access Rinpoche's wisdom. And also to thank Venerable Rabina, who's going to be our chant master for today. And a very warm welcome to all our friends online and to all of you here who made time to come out on a cold winter's day. Thank you very much.
We just offer a mandala, the short mandala, it's in there. Just thinking, just visualize all the lovely things in the world, and pile them all up and offer to Rinpoche as a request for the teachings. Okay.
Go to churches.
So Rinpoche saying to start his speech.
The Sangha member and Mima Samuel good evening.
So first Rinpoche saying Tachitele for Sangha members and lay practitioner saying good evening.
Dine Matane Shantideva Chosolia Jaya Kokop Jira Naraine Mixe Gabuyos.
So I'm also very happy to get an opportunity to visit Shantideva Center today. Rinpoche just some.
Lobsenti Shologa Chigres Tanzant.
So our today's subject is just one verses. Okay?
Tati Jacherbe Dogi Tsik Sange Jumdendegi Kanjunara Yovichirabas.
So these verses in the Kanchu with the sutra from Lalita Vistaran Sutra, that verses.
Di ene Pejuti the Indonesia Barupudur Tabal Tishra Pejutanduas the dot.
So this sutra so much mega used, in the Indonesia. We can see many things about quoted from Lalita Vistaran. Yes.
Barupudur Tabalia Remuk Chodalia Remutisha Mabuchi Pejatil Kuntune Ruduas.
So in Burbudo, there's so many Buddhas like a lifetime story. Yeah. The many story quoted from Lalita Vistara Sutra, quoted from there and depended that.
Maumbalia, Indonesia, Borobuduria, Tunanaga Penyan Chimbaina, Ngele, Tande Yacherube, Dotelia, Des Lobjona Pegina, Yaushu Yodas.
In the future, if you want to go to pilgrimage to the Indonesia Burbudo, the first use something, read of the Lalita Vistara Sutra, study a little bit, then you can go there, you can get a lot of information on that.
Natale, Tenevachik lessons.
The reason I visit there, it's really great.
That and that the Dotina Ye Devegi, Sholokati, substitute said Dumache, Duzitabu Chishu Konye, Sulatanya Koa Beneve, Mimana Satubawa chancing it.
So today, the topic which is quoted from Lalita Vistara Sutra, they say profound and peaceful, free from elaboration, uncompounded luminosity.
네. 쇼로 같은 게
Yeah, I have found a nectar like a Dharma. Yet, if I were to teach, no one would understand. So I shall remain silent in the forest. Yeah, that's verses.
다디 베제티 나네 제베이나 산제 차베 제리야 엔카메티 숨고 임버레스.
So, actual this ones Buddha spoke when he become enlightened. Yeah, immediately. Yeah, he spoke these verses from the. We can find Lalita's Vista. Yeah, when he enlightened, immediately he spoke that verses.
이내야 쇼르카티 내가 전부 쉬우지. 다 산제 차네 구제텔이야 최 가르 숨고 여면 건가 조제 디나라. 안 추대버지.
So this verse is very important. Yeah, Buddha mentioned when after he enlightened. Yeah, what subject or what he will to teach during his lifetime. Yeah, this all coded in these verses.
디 틴데스 땡기 여베 꼬르티 든 조제 차상지 디날 추구 여베 꼬르티 야와이신 너부 아니 뭐트 세우지 나송아스.
So this whole Buddha's teaching, yeah, when a Buddha giving three turning Dharma will, yeah. So this whole topic, including this verse, is really His Holiness explain on that, yeah.
아니 야와이신 너부 디 꼬르티 and deshe tubu dusto di joja di tengor di joja di tengor di joja di tengor스네 모조 남백거라 저 하장기 누쳐보 못살 첨부 어떤데 지도와스.
So when His Holiness, yeah, introduction about that, yeah, this word, yeah, explain that topic, that amazing, yeah, everything's very included there and really wonderful teaching on that.
다 루주마와 로탄 칭체 지당 로탄 칭체 니 용구도 와스.
So actually, there's two different type. Yeah, generally historical they one, and generally like a teaching. There's two different way, right?
너 지당 로탄 체네 마 루주나 체베이나 부드가야 레야 공로숨 주송에 깔라 원바조바 산제 샤십주 시구제라 사라나탈리아 아니 담바시기 총고와 다티 용다르와스.
So the common history, like a Buddha was enlightened when he was 35 years old in Bodh Gaya. Now after that 49 days, he gave first teaching. It's Saranath. This is a common history, right?
담바시 갑네.
Yeah, he gave a teaching, yeah, based on Four Noble Truth.
다 누드 공대기 공반하신 제바이나 바르투 차고 풍부리라 아니 콜로 파와 타마 양과잖아 콜로 타마 어떻게 죽고 버지 누드 공대는 순거로 간주나를 여러와스.
So I don't know the name in Sanskrit. Yeah, one of the we call sutra, Dodi Gongje, in literally, yeah, the commentary of the sutra, right? And that sutra, yeah, and the middle, the Buddha give second turning Dharma will in the Vajravik, and the third turning Dharma will he give teaching in Vishala. So we say three turning Dharma will. Yeah, this is uncommon explanation.
용다 루주나라 콜로 파와 콜로 타마 가면 민도하스.
So generally historical, yeah, we couldn't find, yeah, like a second turning Dharma will and third turning Dharma will, right? The common historical.
이내야 산제가 순샤베 간주르고 나라 도저 조제 도저 세계 열레스.
But we can found from the country, yeah, where the Buddha taught, yeah, we see there's three different type of the turning Dharma will.
아니 다통이야 디마임베 제셰지 열레스.
Not only that, on the top of that, also another explanation, another ones, yeah.
단다 ngaransogi jawa chamba shuyaji arya asanga papa thome shuyaji tuso yongdar was.
You see, we have generally, they say, the material and material is the disabled Aya Asanka. The Aya Asanka is generally that everybody have in the historical there, Aya Asanka.
Arya asanga gi jawa chamba drubai lochungi batu drubache ay jawa chambe shesi ane ngondo jenda gyu lamada tuso nye tende lo judan yever was.
So Aya Asanka has meditate on
Lo
12 years, to meditate, to vision material. Now, after 12 years, he visioned the material. Then he received teaching ornament like again number the 2 ornament, to like 5 different texts there from directly from the material Buddha. We say the teaching of material Buddha.
ta ti nala ane sanjig rig korchi sungores.
Within in this text, they're talking about the Buddha nature, right?
Tishinshi wanyingbe dosa yores.
The text we call Tadagata Garva on the text name.
Ti semgiranshi yesabares sungores.
So inside they say that nature of mind is luminosity, clear light. They talk on that.
O tati ketachmores.
So this is amazing, really famous, very interesting topic.
Ta juja ti wandu chene ane kolosum shebekalo kolosumba tishinshi wanyingbe dot shabares.
On top of when he was talking about the luminosity, like a Buddha, Tathagata Garbha, Buddha nature, So that teaching, according to that, it become like a third turning Dhamma wheel, one of the third turning Dhamma wheel, part of third turning Dhamma wheel.
That juja ti shisung chene an tande sije tiki tonda ti chazanchi tingi yores.
So on that topic, clear light or luminosity, then these verses taught these whole things on there.
Sabshi seyindu kolo tangbe dambashire tsambe ane dame betawati.
So first verse they say profound and peaceful, So this one's talking about the first turning Dhamma will topic. We're talking about the Four Noble Truth with the two types of selflessness, Selflessness of person and selflessness of phenomena. It's talking about teach about selflessness of the person, like first turning Dhamma will teaching the selflessness.
Tako sabshi labgoyati jusengi rere duas.
So you see, there's they say profound and peaceful, So they use 2 words, They each has different meaning.
Ta dambashire was.
So he's talking about the Four Noble Truths.
Dunghe damba kunjun damba sayate kowe dubi gyunde rinbanyi tirwas.
So you see, the truth of suffering and truth of suffering causes, These two are cause and condition, cause and result, based on cyclic existence, samsara, right?
Ta nganzo kange jik chungba kaldi kowe rangshire sayaji lagrwas.
You see, usually we expression like when we get something problem, this is the nature of samsara, we express like that.
That's in which kange jik chungin kange di jungje gyuchi yores tati lenye res labarwas.
So then that suffering, definitely it has cause and condition, right? So the cause and condition is delusion and karmic, right?
Tati sanje chumde dinde sungores jinda wai le cheba dribu tanda nyi tungyurs le kandre chi cheba inaya dribu tinda shi ji yungures chije sungores.
The Buddha mentioned like that. Whatever you did the action, you get similarly resultant, right? Buddha mentioned like that.
Tiliya gombuludu gi umarinje tiwe nale ane mige wale dunghe ta gele denro jungures ne 어떤데스는 수요레스.
So in this case, Nagarjuna taught in Ratnamali, yeah, from negative karma, get receive suffering, yeah. From the virtuous karma, yeah, get the result happiness.
디 유찬 가르르스나 셴라 팸바. 틴데치 두바이나 디 드부드 디기 셴라 네바. 틴데치 제바이나 디 드부드 동네스. 따테레체브레스.
Why? Like a negative action, get a suffering, and the positive action, get a happiness. Yeah, means if you harm other, we harm other, right? Then we get suffering result. Yeah. If you benefit to other, yeah, then we can get a positive result. So like this, yeah.
다 레상에 생겐디 레상에 생겐디 조조디 치로기 리뷰 남주데 마이바 디낭기 사무테네다 용고하지 레드와스.
So you see how we distinguish
상보인바다 녀바인바다.
positive karma and negative karma. Yeah, we cannot make different from the superficial body, speech, and mind. Yeah, we can make distinguish. Yeah, insight, intention, motivation. Right.
다 텔레야 장주선배 덤벨랍제 코텔레야 ane dinde sungyores rana inare shay inare nigalaya negablae pento chambo pulae pento chambo dinde jiyena chikhan chawres tigyawares labre.
So you see, Bodhisattva vows advice. Yeah, they mention like that. The action, that action, benefit to other and benefit to yourself temporarily. Yeah, benefit. Randa shinyigal penji gudasiro.
onsal
Yeah,
onsal
randa penasiro.
orte taktar
Shen
onsal shenda nigare.
Yeah, they're saying like this. Yeah, the action if you do, it's a benefit to other and benefit to oneself. Yeah, temporarily and ultimate. Yeah, definitely you do that action.
Okay. 다 randa shenla nekabla tez madewachi yonaya pula pingi yona tingyabachen the dugores.
Yeah, like this. The action which is temporarily, yeah, it's something not benefit yourself and my own self, yeah. But in the future,
not suitable.
Not suitable in the yourself and other. But the future, it is so much benefit, yeah. You must do that, yeah, in ultimate, right? Yeah, there's two from the positive side, right?
Da randa shenla negablaya neba pugla neba inade che mirunga da yimbache.
So then the action, yeah, it's harming temporarily and the ultimate onset and other definitely must avoid that. Yeah, this is one.
Da tene shibati negablaya pendok hawchi yoba inaya pugla nuguyana chigyo mares.
Then the fourth ones, yeah, the action is temporarily looks like something benefit your own self and other, but the ultimate, yeah, it harming own self or other. You avoid that. So this four words is really, yeah, reality things, yeah. So this is not like traditional things or custom things or like someone's command you, not that, yeah. It's a really, yeah, suitable in a reality, right?
Tati nebe samno de kanya yungu pembe samno de kangi ti lunga ge zo mayimba zo konol ra le godwas.
So where they come from the action with the harming or action with the benefit, yeah, we cannot make make different from the superficial, yeah. It's different on the internal motivation, yeah. Then we can make distinguishes.
Inde indu 다 착당라 소베 징마제 타도 다 딘데기 녀몽그 리티기 라운다 셴라 네갑다 풀이야 네 대지 간jen지 치기여바데 마라즈 녀에 카타르바스
Due to that reason, yeah, our, how say, the three poison, anchor, attachment, ignorance, and jealousy, so forth, delusion, mind, yeah, we all have experience, yeah, it's harming for us, yeah, it make a problem, right? We
Oh.
all experience that.
다티 그저 마제와 쇼 제제 모놈자니 미케와 차야지 민두와스 다 콜리아 팬도 매바 쩐통의 로 어딘데지 다 고종다 체고도와스
So you see, yeah, we know that delusion minds make us trouble, yeah. We just pray, oh, that mind never generated our mind. That mind should be avoided from mind. Just prayer. We cannot overcome that, right? For that reason, we should first to know what's the problem on that, yeah. If you avoided that, yeah, what is the benefit? Understanding that, and we try to apply something antidote, yeah. Merely prayer cannot seize that problem.
다 딘데 인두 코와 깨지기 주티 아니 도버 체발라 양답에 니루 사부티 아니 다 통과야 지긴사 사바세 내가 뜻들스
For that reason, if you really want to avoid it, the causes of rebirth and samsara, we must understanding reality. Yeah. For that reason, Buddha say should understand profound. Yeah. The antidote of the samsara, right?
다 사푸레스 카케 요마레스 동바니레스 카케 녜야 요마레스 딘데스 깨자마임바 만츠 롤리야 추바칸데 지용구여 추베 로티 대달 추바나 신지 매대와 하고야지 어딜 사바레스 제브레스
So yeah, profound means talking about the selflessness. Yeah, they're talking about the emptiness, right? So emptiness means doesn't like the total empty, right? Not that. Means how emptiness become profound or selfless become profound. So whatever we appeared, right? The reality doesn't exist like that, right? So we just, how to say, follow what we appeared, right? Then we can get a problem. So we should understanding what is the reality, right? We still ignore the reality. For that reason, they say emptiness or selfless is profound, yeah?
대디 레르바스 무유 내단디 간데레도 따야데 가서 시우 개체모르바스 가서 총간날 잘라진 여가 침바 있나야 차차 신인 저 요나야 메디 인생의 드절도 스테이지 다디 소토케다 침보레 소토푸다레 다 잘라디 콩두레스 단지 소토 시다 깨다 침부지레면도 된 시다 때문에 말해서 딘레스제 가서 따데 고고도 왔어 먼저 잘라지 녀웨는 디날라야 뭐에 내단기 디 페버카도 네버카도 다 말아야 럼보레샤슨 어떤데 도와스
So you see, this is very important to understand the reality, yeah? For example, when you go to the shopping, right? So when you buy something, yeah, we try to find is a real. First we see which company, yeah. Oh, that company or that, yeah, brand is reliable. Oh, like that, yeah. We did that, but because this benefit, we can say, that's brand or that company, yeah. Oh, not reliable, right? So like that, we can to choose that, yeah, reliable. We try to find what is the reality, right?
나와 지고 그 맞춤바 뭐에 내단데 가리 이미 티톨 딱지 제야지 지단게 남주지 로 덴베 로탄지를 봤어
So in this case, yeah, we not believe just appearance, right? Right? So what we appearance is very important. We try to find what is the reality. If you do that, it means who are really intelligent or wisdom person.
Chala nyoya tholaya thagarela mil dongri cheya thagarwas.
You see, same when you go to shopping, also like that. When you make something relationship with the other people, you're a human being like that. Also, this is very important. What is the reality?
아무도 못 토윤데 파 ngosing 말, 주 ngosing 말. 그 깨져 시에바데 ngoyo 내단다 둥두게 민두게 따제 지기 내가 저거고도 왔어.
So you see, when you first met a person who a new one, yeah, that he or she don't know us, we don't know them, yeah. Then we see what he's talking. That's his speech is on really, it's a real on reality or not, that or not, yeah. We need to that. Then we need to make relationship on that person, right?
ngoyo 내단데 마신베 왕기 엔 할로네 노투 중화탕 근데 망보러 왔어. 잘라 갑류 쇼보다 근데 그 유치부치 뭐 기지 대니를 방거 써야 근데 중거로 왔어.
So you see,
ngoyo
because
내단데 마신베 톤.
we have many loses from we don't know the real actual reality, right? Like when there's something shopping or we do something business or like that, yeah. Some we don't know, yeah. Some really like
미판한들
believing, right?
미판한들 이체체.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and 이체들 라도 열was.
Yeah, like for example, very rich people, right? Very great business person, yeah, made something and the person didn't know the reality. That person, then from that person make deceit, and immediately you can lose bankrupt, yeah, yeah. So this is happening in this world, right?
근데 인도 ngoyo 내단데 가르랬어야지. 다야지 지단 로단지게 개체지랬어.
In this case, like try to find what is the reality, what's the nature, yeah. This is general, how say, things we need to do that, right, in our daily life, right?
다 간주 이동홍sel을 학발 줬다베 권에 차와. 간주 이동홍sel을 학발 줬다베 권에 당와. 어떤 데기 차 당생인데 뭐에다 튕기도에 민두에 싸야 드레스.
So you see, sometimes we general attachment, right? Sometimes we get angry, right? So that anger and attachment, if really, yeah, it looks like, how say, this anchor, when you get attachment, we see the object very beautiful, right? So it means something more exaggerated for beauty, yeah? When you get anger, yeah, we get a more exaggerated, yeah, something unbeauty, yeah. So when you get that, and after that, when you come, then you can see, is it real like that or not? We should analyze to think that whatever first we appear, right?
다 뒤딱제디 야고지 맞춘 외왕기 아니 맞아 할로 마고야스.
So because of we not proper analyze on that, then really we lose so much, yeah, in our lifetime, yeah.
근데 인자 뭐 내주 뒤 아니 심주치야 돼. 사보 인자 사바세도 딱딱도 왔어.
For that
아
reason,
매다와.
try to research to find the reality is not very easier, yeah. For that reason, Buddha say profound.
이마도 가게 여매베 똥바를 집에 깨져 말았어.
It doesn't mean all nothingness, all the empty. It doesn't mean that, yeah. It's talking about try to find what is the nature, yeah, is things. This one.
다 드네. 이 오마티 쉬왔어 왔어.
Then the second they say peaceful, pacify. They say
시와간데 제지 토그레스 인데 어떤 시와도 든데지기 네 주직 신바이나 뭐네 다네기 강에 마부지래 하르베기 시대 청부지 토그레스나 순고하르스.
So then how we achieve peaceful, right? So means if we understanding reality, understand on that, yeah, then really we can solve so many problems in our lifetime. Then we can get a peace.
다코 넘버시 자 tone keje shebaina saba sayatigi lamji dembe kortiche shiwa sayatigi gogo dembe korte subuduas.
So now, if you go to the first, because the topic of first standing Dharma before noble truth, yeah, profound. They're talking about the truth of path, right? Peaceful is talking about the truth of cessation. Cessation means to overcome suffering, right?
Oh.
To cease the suffering.
kunyi nigi lobjon ti chene kowe kangen tigiti mebachagres
So
tisubuduas.
if we do, if you practice this two, then really we can solve our samsara problem.
Tako ngone tanegi sangi chumdendegi ta chugi ngoju shidendita tigande zugduas.
So for that reason, Buddha, the basic introduction for the Buddhism based on Four Noble Truths.
Ta teleya ene tes iteneva tes pa chinje sushe tes ndone ane nangbe tsiri nangbe tadu nangbe nyamle sa chig tol ye keje chi shagas
So
ni jawar mjitinde sumuduwa.
I want to make a little bit sketch on that, yeah, to make it a little longer. Can I talk on that? The historian usually they say like this: Buddhist science, Buddhist philosophy, and Buddhist view. Yeah, we make divided three.
O tati tande sabshi sagi tambashi tinedu de sebo soduwas.
So you see, profound and peaceful, yeah, make very clarity on top of the Buddhist view, Buddhist science, and the Buddhist, how say, philosophy.
Buddhist practice.
Buddhist practice, no, sorry. Buddhist view,
Buddhist science,
Buddhist science, Buddhist view,
view,
and Buddhist practice.
practice.
Yeah, these three make clarity on that.
Ta tamode nangbe tsiri shigyaris.
The first, they're talking about the Buddhist science.
Koat kandijres.
They're talking what's the nature of samsara,
And ti yudikares.
what the causes of samsara,
Ti meba sodan de kanderes.
how to avoid it, that problem.
And meba sodan kari yonat.
When you avoid it, if you overcome that problem, then what is the result?
Dinza sangi tunden de tango dinne dunge pabe demo. Dinne kunjung pabe demo. Dinne goba pabe demo. Dinne lam pabe demo. Sti nambe tsiri.
For that reason, Buddha, when you're first giving teaching, they say, this is the truth of suffering. This is the truth of suffering causes. This is the truth of cessation. This is the truth of path. Yeah. This Buddha taught. The Buddha give Four Noble Truths 3 times repeat. Yeah. So like, so when he taught that, he introduction the Four Noble Truths. Yeah. This is the Buddhist sign.
Ta kiranzo ngale peti kebare ngakake legole yanyi. Tanda zejo nale electron proton sech doas. Ta tizo ngote cheba ta chibare doas.
So you see,
Tsiri bak.
on the science, I'm a really zero. Yeah. You people were way more expert than that. Yeah. So when the Buddha saying this Four Noble Truths, it's very similar to when you to research an atom, yeah, electronic, like a hydrogen,
Electron,
yeah,
proton,
so make that like this, yeah, try to find, yeah. It's very similar like that, yeah. Try to find on that what is inside, yeah.
Atene sange chumne de tichuo ngoto chine shame duas dunge shebercha kunju powercha goba ngonducha lam gombercha said ta nangbe taduris.
So then Buddha not stop that. Oh, this is the truth of suffering. This is the truth of suffering causes. This is a cessation. This is a path. He not only that. Then say we should understanding what is suffering. Yeah. Dungne Sheba, understand the truth of suffering. Yeah.
어,
We
다티
should avoid it.
Mm.
Yeah. Suffering causes.
어,
Yeah.
다티 매버 속으로스.
Yeah. We
Oh.
should avoid it. Truth of suffering causes. We should achieve truth of cessation. We should practice truth of path. This is Buddhist philosophy or Buddhist view.
Oh.
Okay?
관낭바 있나래, 낭바 매나래, 낭배기 있다. 깨지 셔당기 디 따도 가르레스나 어때레스다.
So whether you are Buddhist, we are Buddhist or non-Buddhist, whether you are believer or non-believer, yeah. And someone's saying, what is a Buddhist view or Buddhist philosophy? Yeah. And we say these four, right? Avoid understanding truth of suffering, avoiding suffering causes, try to achieve happiness, then try to practice happiness causes. Yeah. So like that. This is Buddhist view or Buddhist philosophy.
이러와다 까면소야 대가레스. 마야나 까면소야 대가레스. 와자리야나 까면소야 대가레스.
So you see, where now Buddhism, yeah, Hidayana, Sutra Mayana, and Tantigyana, yeah, whatever, yeah, these four, whether how say Theravada or whether Sanskrit channel or whether
와자리야나.
yeah, Vajrayana, we must be include these four inside.
어? 배는가라서 나기 냠래 나니 지나. 기름 조름 스케라치 모몽버스. 기름 조름 생게디 강가 주도도스 디시간라 드로거스 따도 디시간 드로거스.
You see, we are really the famous practice. We say generation stage, completeness stage. Yeah, very fast art. Yeah, these two also should be included. This form of the truth.
디따도 디난 드로스.
Yeah, must be go this that view or
view.
that philosophy. Yeah, must be include that.
따티 나바 마인 받지 그거는 두 스텝이 있느냐 아다 콘조 티라와다 기지 셰기 ton다데 대바구도 마야나 기지 셰기도 대바구도 와자리야나 셰데 대바구도 삼아지 도도소 단드레스 따도 도도소 단드레스.
So this one's even non-Buddhist, yeah. When they listen something, Theravada also explained by that. Yeah. Mahayana also included that. Vajrayana also included that. We make this whole Buddhist making one.
다티네 낭배 냠래를 다자 수모티.
Now the third one's the Buddhist practice. Okay, when the Buddha taught Four Noble Truths 3 times, yeah, this is the second time in view talking about the Buddhist view or Buddhist philosophy. Now the Buddhist practice.
다티 낭바랑기 냠래 받지 토마도 낭바 멤버지기 티용답지 요말 봤어.
So this is only for the Buddhist people, yeah. Non-Buddhist or who never believe is not interferent there. There's no.
가르르스나 봉고로 왔어.
Because we need to do practice on that, yeah. We should follow on that, yeah. So this is only for the Buddhist, right? Buddhist path.
다 동해야 코에 동해디 야고지 시야소나. 다 양교 시교 양고야 코에 동해지 요 말았어. 동해 시야버차데 시야버차메. 다 군중 용어지 빵차나. 그 양교 출로 용제 양교 빵교 야고지 요 말. 테네 배 빵지레스. 군중 빵와차데 빵와차메.
So Buddha said this, the third one, yeah. If you understanding full of truth of suffering, yeah, then they don't need again to repeat, try to understanding that, yeah. So like that. This is the first one. Then after the second one, you should avoid it, yeah. Overcome truth of suffering, yeah. If you overcome truth of suffering, then after that you don't need to again try to avoid it. That, yeah. This is the second, right?
ngōdu chāme, tāchik thārvāchik tōpchāsuna, ya yāngyō mā sāje, thāwa tōjō gyāgwāchi yō mārās.
Then say, if you achieve, yeah, if you achieve cessation, liberation, yeah, then again don't need to again to try to liberation, because we don't again fall down in a samsara, right? This is the third one.
다 람 동반 무슨도 찍도 차수나 야 동yung 무슨도 마도게 차제 양 요고 요 잡도 거야지 여르 요마스 람 곰버차도 곰버차메스.
Then if we realize emptiness manifestly, yeah, understanding that, right, then lam gombaja to meditate on the through the path, yeah, then don't need to again to through the path. Means if you're understanding emptiness manifestly, right, then again try to make lose that and try to don't need that, yeah, keep on that. So like this. So this is talking about the Buddhist practice.
오, 다 딘데지 허베야 찍다지 여베이나 다 나와 지금 거는 뭐네 깔래 잡나 다 잡진 쳐버지 레 사버지 두아스.
So if a Buddhist, yeah, if this it's a reality, it's a real like that, then we think, oh, we should afford that. Yeah. If you afford that, really it has some result there. Yeah. So for that reason, we should afford and we should do something like that.
딘자 삽시 생겼다 내가 시간내가 친구지 강 루도아스.
For that reason, profound and peaceful, really it talk very detailed on Four Noble Truths.
뭐 델레야 자와 이신누고 포딘다 달래라마 응원에 타네기 뺐디 람된 첨부 공기 낭배 체리 낭배 따루 낭배 냠레슨 고셔숨 잡제 어디 내가 전부도 왔어.
So His Holiness, amazing, how say, introduction, yeah, make divide three, with his science, with his view, and with his practice, yeah. The Buddha's teaching, make divided three. This is really amazing, like a new information.
단주다 땡주나라 디 냐만에 여여걸 왔어.
This teaching is the beginning inside the Kangyun and Tenju, right? These three things, yeah.
이내야 디 둥구숨 고셔 잡제 어딘데 대세나야 디 콩근 남주고 터는 숨가 지러 왔어.
So in the Kanju Tenju, his because make divided into three. Yeah, this is really wisdom of His Holiness Dalai Lama. He's intelligent.
디 인자 디 내가 친구지 통송스
So
나 양조 슈구여스.
for that reason, I think this is very important. So I repeat that.
나 드네 디 슈구들 쩌저를 생기지도 왔어.
Now you see, second, they say free from elaboration. Right?
쩌저스.
Third, free from elaboration.
쩌저 세야들라 쩌 생기티나라 망보여스 운좀 쩌봐.
So you see, elaborated, yeah. Elaborated has so many different. Elaborated confessional,
유유제 타데기 쩌봐.
elaborated of the subject and the object differently,
인징기 쩌봐.
elaborated of set grasping,
다 딘데스 쩌저 칙티나라야 대세 망보여스.
elaborated of the dual appearance, yeah. So elaborated inside, there's so many different elaborated.
다티 쩌저 세야티기 윤지 방외 녀보 짬 많이 봐. 시자 시야발라 바르도 쩌베 디베 녀보 줘야기 최기 다음에베 쩌바트 타와스 최기 당진도 타와스 어디 콜로 밥에 저자 차기 알았어.
So free of elaborated, yeah. The first, they're talking about the antidote of obscuration to liberation, right? Now, free from elaborated, yeah, it's not enough antidote about the obscuration to liberation, yeah. Also, obscuration to omniscient mind or like that, yeah. So in this case, free from elaborated, it's talking about selfless phenomena, right? So this talking about the second turning Dharma will topic. Yeah? So this is the antidote of obscuration to omniscient mind or there's an obscuration of the knowledge. Yeah, some say obscuration omniscient mind, some say obscuration of knowledge. I think obscuration of knowledge is better in Tibetan. Yeah, like that.
다 되게 단단 알아서 하츠더라. 내 대슈위 말아서 단다 하츠더라스네. 예, 시라니 뭐 자꾸 풍부를라. 시라니 뭐 순샤바티 다 저자티 뒤차도 와서 콜로바베 저자티 뒤차도 와서.
So we are really popular to listen Heart Sutra. Yeah. So Heart Sutra, the topic is this free from elaboration. Yeah, that is Heart Sutra topic. Yeah.
다티 자꾸 풍부를 송바로 왔어.
So that Heart Sutra Buddha taught in Ultra Pink. Rajgir.
다티 고베 담바타 람지 담바 콜로 탕베까로 순샤바티 뉴지 방외 냠보 점도 마세 시자시야발 바두주베 디베냐물 돈두양 순샤베게 당 고람 야체로 당바지 레드와스.
So in this case, second Tani Dharma will, yeah, it become more elaborated from the Four Noble Truth, right? So truth of suffering causes make more elaborate to that. So it's not enough antidote of the obscuration to liberation. Yeah. Also, they're talking about antidote of the obscuration to knowledge or obscuration to omniscient mind. For that reason, this free from elaborate second Tani Dharma will make more elaborated for the special on the truth of cessation and the truth of path. Make elaborate.
total said
Become more, more explanation, more detail. Yeah, the detail on truth of Four Noble Truth, more detail, right?
total said 되게 콜로바바 땡기요 드네 세우도와스.
So in this case, yeah, it's very clear, free from elaboration. Yeah, they're talking about the second turning Dharma will topic.
다 워셀 두마체
Dumache.
워셀 두마체 딘데지도 와스 듀엇.
Now you see the uncompounded luminosity. Yeah, that's this one, right?
다 워셀 두마체데 가르레스.
So you see the question: uncompounded luminosity or clarity, clear light. Yeah, luminosity or clear light. Yeah, what is uncompounded clear light? If you make a question,
다디 유 동반이라 차르다야 매나야 해토베 유전시바 아니 로라바 디자마임바 로차와 라고 루와 시쳬바 마인케 어디인자 버설 두마체스 디토베 유전지 땡거스.
so uncompounded luminosity is talking about from emptiness object side. There's no any different. Yeah, the emptiness. From the subject side, yeah, it's not to understanding, to realizing emptiness of mind is not gross level mind, yeah. It's tied to make something more subtle or, yeah, more subtle mind, yeah. It's talking about that. For that reason, it's a compounded luminosity or clear light. They're talking about that.
단데데 추랑신라 뇽마마슈 남게랑신라 쯤바마슈 르부체 랑신라 쯤마마슈 린체 남가 추다시 스 귤라메나 데르스고도 와스.
So, how say? This one, Gulam, the Tantra is something, the material, yeah, they say like this. The water nature, yeah, true, the water nature, there's no polluted, yeah. Space nature, there's no clouded. And the road nature, yeah, there's no, how say, stain. It's a, for it, like an example, right? It's an example.
다 생기랑신라 뇽마마슈스.
For that reason, in the mind, yeah, our mind nature, there's no polluted by the delusion, right?
다 된다와기 생기 회사와 생긴디 다 띵사보 사보지 깨져시하고 추나 엔 ngagi tina nga lamegi and len yunguyaris say shit.
So we say the mind nature itself is free of the delusion, right? We say that, right? Right. If you talk more detail on that profoundly, yeah, then it's come from the Tantra. Within Tantra, it's come from highest yoga Tantra. Only can explain by the highest yoga Tantra. It's talking of the clear light mind, yeah. Actual in Sutra, they talk the clear light mind, right? If you need the more detailed ones, yeah, perfect clear light mind, yeah, it comes from Tantra. Within in Tantra, it's only get 100% explanation get from high Tantra.
Oh, dindu wasel dumache sag tsigdigi ane dishin shigwa nyingbu do kolotamate sungbatam do mase ane ngag nanga kotiya tina delia duyo de bachi. Ta donga yongzolo tikangwa tina duchires.
So in this case, yeah, this how say Tathagata Garbha, they're talking about the Buddha nature, yeah, luminosity Buddha, yeah. This also they're talking third turning Dhamma will also there. And at that time, when the Buddha is saying, talking about the third turning Dhamma will explain of the Buddha nature, yeah. At that time, Buddha makes something like a foundation, yeah, or stitch to talk on, give the teaching of the Tantra, yeah. For that reason, these two sentences, yeah, whole Buddhist teaching from beginning to highest yoga Tantra include in these two verses.
Oh, ta sangi chunde nege ane nga sungbarebe sungba marwe sangi dektan dina delia arazu mangbuchi tibares.
So now you see, we should have question, really Buddha taught Tantra or not?
Oh,
Yeah, this is the question, right?
mangbuchi 이거치고 숭요만 마 숭요만 라기요.
So many saying, oh, Mahayana is not teaching of the Buddha. And many also on not only that, yeah, Mother, they say Tantra is not teaching on the Buddha, yeah. Not only that, some will say Mahayana teaching also not taught by the Buddha, yeah. They're saying many people there in the world, right?
다 이나야 이거치고 숭와 임바테 뭐물루르고 두구도 시월하게 두구도 텔라서부터 tiljen까지 망보야.
So Buddha gave teaching of Mahayana. Nagarjuna also he proved, yeah, Buddha taught the Mahayana. And also Shantideva also the proof from the guided Bodhisattva way of life, yeah. Buddha taught Mahayana teaching. And also Baba Viveka also, yeah, they the proof, yeah, Buddha gave the teaching of Mahayana.
어? 다 나 숭바르베 말했어야지. 숭바면은 아말바디 써야지. 루규디 다 개차고 차그러 왔어.
So if Buddha didn't give teaching on Tantra, yeah, mantra, then we
와자리야나.
Vajrayana, right? Vajrayana. Then the history talking about Amravati, yeah, where the Buddha give this history also.
인사코란 때 휴지 아직 누가 왔어.
Still, they have something left over there, yeah, where they teach in the place, yeah.
어? 다 쪼쪼 대바시 되게 당고 섭시 써야 되레스. 섭시 써야 되다. 아니 공부하다 통보진 로그도에 공부하다 무도마진 로그도에 통보진 로그에 봐 있나? 다 뜻이 무슨부터 가라레스.
So this is something like a story, and there's a historical like this. The main one's proof. If the monk Vajrayana teaching, yeah, is really suitable or fixed with the Four Noble Truths, yeah, profound and peaceful, include in the Vajrayana teaching, right? Then no doubt this is Buddhist teaching.
Oh,
if there hasn't include this Four Noble Truth in Vajrayana, then 100% this is not Buddhist teaching.
다 이 냠len ti chinyengi nagarjuna senden re mare atisha senden re mare chandrikir te senden re mares ta tuzo cheba cheyares.
Then another try to make a research, yeah. If Vajrayana not taught by the Buddha, then we ask Nagarjuna is a reliable teacher or not? Yeah, Nagarjuna, Chandrakirti, then Adisha. Yeah, are there is a reliable Buddhist teacher or not? Or should make a question. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ayadeva.
Oh. 고난 속에 다 지마 좀 샤바 되게 demba shile zambe domshi tine mangebe thone ta sundebe imbade several was.
For that reason, Nagarjuna, Chandrakirti, Ayadeva, they all taught Vajrayana. Yeah, these all Vajrayana teaching based on, yeah, stage on, based on form of truth, and they taught it that.
Di indu sabshi twede wese dumashi chebe kangba thangbo tigi jojati ta jachungu shoji red was.
For that reason, profound and peaceful, free from elaboration, uncomfortable luminosity. That topic is very profound and very deep and very extensive, right?
Oh, di odi joja lelabres tuchitabi chushu konye sula tenya koa minube mimanag to bever chas.
So the last two, how say, sentences very easier. I found a nectar-like Dharma, yet if I were to teach, no one would understand. So I shall remain silent here in the forest. This is very easy. We don't need to explain that, right?
Oh, ane sanjarang dije sumudu was gumnam digba chui mutushi rewe dunge chagi misela niki tokba shenla pominde chungi demba tembe toward use tiye nanga chumu shojit was.
Then another Buddha saying like this. Buddha cannot wash, disable negative, negative karma. Buddha cannot take disable sentient suffering by hand. Yeah. Buddha cannot share his realization, yeah, being present like that. Yeah. Then how I can solve their problem? Yeah. Means I just taught, yeah, the reality, then liberated my disciple. This verse also very important, yeah, very powerful things there.
Oh, ko kardusana digba chui tu mares yukunju demba chu tu mares mudu was.
The first sentences, yeah, they're talking about truth of suffering. Madam, truth of suffering causes cannot wash by the water, yeah, cannot wash, yeah.
Kunju demba jagdu was.
The beginning say cannot wash negative thought or negative karma, yeah. This talking about the truth of suffering causes, yeah. Truth of suffering causes cannot wash by the water, right? So, and in there it say should be avoided by the antidote. Yeah, take an antidote.
Brewe dunge chag misela singede dunge dembati and chag sedo aji yomares. Jupang beto jipangure mato chigi, beba sogure mato chigi, dunge chag land aji yomares.
Then say
the dunge demba sudwas.
The second, yeah, I cannot take sentient suffering by the hand. Yeah, it talking about the truth of suffering. Yeah, if we wouldn't like the suffering, yeah, we should avoiding or abandoning suffering causes. Right. So the second, they're talking about truth of suffering.
Oh,
so here saying like this, the Buddha cannot take our problem by we do the surgery, right? Like a disease. Yeah, not like that, right?
어,
Yeah, try to apply suffering causes, overcome suffering causes, then by naturally to avoid the suffering, right?
상계 랑일이야. 지다 시대 공부하냐 계획이 고회연된데 아니 냠바는 시대야 제민도스 이게 또 버시는 범인데스.
Then third one, they say like this, like the Buddha really achieved cessation, truth of cessation, right? Liberation, yeah. Liberation, his realization, yeah, cannot has a pass by the when you give something or present something, we cannot do that, right? Buddha said like we go what
냠바때는 시대야
we cannot how say give like we something give the present to the children or like that. Yeah. So my realization or my cessation, my this one, we cannot share giving, cannot give like a gift to the other, right?
다 어느 간데를 세인데 추니 데바 때문에 트러블 주루스 상계 코난기 냠술렘베 림바 치타르 여바도 모두 있잖네 대소서 냠술렘베 토네 아니 그거 레스 람지 데바 숨고도 왔어.
Then the question, if you cannot give your realization, yeah, cannot take our suffering, then how you can solve the disciple problem, right? Sentient problem. Then he said, I just talked, yeah, emptiness or reality. Then I liberate. Means whatever I did, my own experience, right? That experience I share to you, and you people just follow like that, then you can liberate it. So this one talking of truth of path, right? Just follow, practice the path, then we can liberate it, saying that.
근데 인자 상계 코난기 다니 다금 거인기 달라 수신 건도 교스. 근데 숨고도 왔어.
For that reason, Buddha said, you are the
다니
myself is my protector, right? My leader. There's no other leader.
소소선 건 소소스레 숨고도 왔어.
So Buddha is saying, own self protector is own self. Yeah, there's no other protector.
따티 내가 청고를 때도.
So this is very important one. Yeah.
아니 이게 시대가 시샤고 맨로스.
So I think I stopped. Did the get the check alone? Do the check.
그래. 아니 그런 저 틀린지 다다 맨로스.
Do you have some question? Any question?
Yes. 엔 주저 가져 봐도.
Get the check.
말말 다음에 너무 주저 가져 봐도.
Get the check.
주저 예차가 줘야 돼.
Good.
근데 저와 틀린 시작도 하다.
근데 doing alone.
yes.
Get the check. 근데 doing the commission. Okay. Question.
I'm sorry. Did you mention Amaravati? Did you mentioned his the teaching at Amaravati, or did I misunderstand that?
갈로 아마 봐도
아마 어디 가르치고 그러시려고 그런 것이 대단한 순.
이 동고 숨걸 봤어.
So Amravati is a place when a Buddha first give the Kala Chakra initiation places. Yeah. So Rinpoche like that. If Vajrayana is not taught by the Buddha, then with the historical, yeah, Buddha give Kala Chakra initiation in Amravati. That history miss in this world. Yeah.
텔레 사자 직도 왔어. 텔레 내 직도 왔어.
There's one.
텔레 슈샤 무즘 직도 왔어.
One stupa places. Yeah. That is a place where the Buddha gave Kala Chakra initiation.
Yes, and I've been lucky enough to be at Amaravati to get so lucky to be there. So you mentioned it in what context in this teaching? Because I thought I heard Amaravati and I didn't get the context.
The context is like that. So there are so many, yeah, even in the Buddhist, right? Mahayana teaching is not Buddha teaching. Especially Tantric teaching is not Buddhist teaching. It's an influence with the Hinduism, yeah? saying like that. If Vajrayana is not teaching of the Buddha, right? Tantric teaching is not Buddha, then the historical, they say Buddha give Kala Chakra initiation in Amravati, yeah? So this history miss in this world, yeah? Because Tantra is not taught by the Buddha.
Then how do you explain he was teaching at Vulture's Peak at the same time? That's
Oh, yes. 저거 공부를 해야 시진도 두념도 간데사 책을 슬라브레.
This 이거만.
that's
아직 셔럼 연구 숭에 대해 간대래라고. 산정은 숭요 말로 되고 이제 투무 말로.
나는 아자랑이야. 근데 남베 루규마베 나는 전에 안에 루규제가 침바이나 콜로숨 생기지 누가 미두겠어. 디테지체스.
So they say Buddha Rinpoche saying like this. Vulture pick the teaching second Tani Dhamma will, yeah. Read historical, yeah. It's very difficulty proof, right? Buddha give in Vulture pick second Tani Dhamma will. You see, very small place, yeah. Vulture pick. Shariputra and Avalokiteshvara, right? The discussion, right? Ordinary people cannot to see Avalokiteshvara, right? Looks like Shariputra, like that, yeah. So in this case, yeah, in historical should we have something stone or some paper or some this, yeah. So in this case, yeah, Rinpoche already say like that Buddha's teaching, yeah, there's two different generally teaching one, yeah. It's the first study Dhamma wills journal, yeah, everybody. Then second, third, it's a special disciple. Then the Tantra is special, unique one.
당에 저저 쪼디 아자랑 내 가르치기 제베 있나? 아니 통용글로 유지 통용 마이별로 유지니 안 통한다는 거야 되겠지 뭐 레슨
So what I want to say, main ones, there's a two type of the story, common story, uncommon story. Yeah. You should both need to, how say, attention or awareness, these two, yeah. The common story and uncommon story, right? There's two ways, yeah. So,
통용 마이베 남들 뒷난데 아니 걸로 받다 쓴거 까면 용구여레스.
uncommon story, history, then they're coming three turning Dhamma wheel. The common story, they're saying the first turning Dhamma wheel. Even they say not first turning, yeah. Would they give first teaching there? Not saying second and third.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, okay.
Just a tiny question. Just a tiny question. In this context, when you say common, uncommon, do you mean common with Western historians or common with the other schools of Buddhism or common to whom? Thank you.
The common means general story, general history, yeah.
티라와다다 도저 상말이야 통용도 루규에 되지.
The Theravada, Mahayana, everybody accept the Buddha story or teach Buddha story is a common, yeah.
다 나랜드 Sanskrit tradition이 루규 통용 많이 받지 연구도 왔어.
So Sanskrit traditional, there's an uncommon story, right? This who not accept Theravada, right? So this means common and uncommon, like that. There's two different stories.
배는 단단가란 저기 자구 풍부를 시징 도 숨바래 생에대 통용 많이 별루규 토는 용거래 산제 중된데 나 숨벌 써야돼 통용 많이 별루규 토는 용거래스.
For example, like the Buddha giving second turning Dhamma with the worshiping, it's talking about the uncommon story, and specialists like a Tantra, yeah, is talking about the uncommon story, not common one, yeah.
다코 산제기 숨바 인당가르래 사야디간데 다 개체시를 봤어.
The most important ones, yeah. How?
이거 전부 다 직제.
응.
나 디코르티제.
The most important, how Mahayana teaching and the Tantric teaching become Buddha teaching. This is big question.
다 덴바 실레 잠베 좀시 티다. 실레 샤부터네 연구여배 차네. 다 산지 송레스 깨지 데려봤어.
So the answer is these two teaching, yeah. If include in the Four Noble Truth, right? Then no doubt this is Buddha's teaching.
베나스 이게 내가 쇼주 쇼이다스. 그래. 베나 이게 쇼주 쇼이다스. 나 다야 지고 나고 천구도 면도 학고바 지고 나고 개천도 면도 왔어.
For example, I'm just talking about journal, yeah. Just reciting mantra cannot prove Buddhist. Just visualize our Lokiteshvara deity
말해,
or
딱,
like
딱 봐봐.
to visualize deity, yeah. We cannot prove this is Buddhist teaching.
진시 부버티게 나고 천도 면도 왔어.
We cannot prove doing 5 puja, right?
다와나 진시 뒤 남배 진시 가르래. 학고메한테 남배라 인당 가르래. nga saya tu nang be nga indang kares ta ko tuar was
Now the question, what's the difference? The Buddhist fire puja and the non-Buddhist Hindu fire puja. What's the difference with the Buddhist meditation onset deity and what's the different Buddhist reciting mantra and Hinduism or Samatha they reciting mantra? How we make distinguish?
예 비글라마 개바치 무직 중어레스 잔시바스기지 콩기 좀 대자외 나라야 닥대 시유 룹고 치나니 있으면 깡바찌란지 콩기 츠간찌란지 얘네 전다 도도 처부치 송버레스.
So one of the very famous Tibetan teacher, Jayan Shepa, Jayan Shepa, right? He make just one word, the one sentence, make differentialists, Buddhist and non-Buddhist, yeah.
나도 따와 실내샵에 돈이 연구도나 나봐 많이 봐. 나 매배 따와 실내샵에 돈이 연구도나 나봐.
The based on practice selflessness, yeah. That practice become Buddhist practice. The based on self or Atma or the soul, based on that to practice non-Buddhist practice.
아트마, 아나타마. 다 딩니니기 개발했어.
Selflessness and self, yeah. The
아트마.
practice based on a self, the practice based on selflessness.
아? 딜리테스 야체로 땅바이나? 장주 섬기 냠랭 당 동반이기 냠랭 탑시 숭리지다 레네 루도나 나와. 딩니다 레게면도나 드레스.
Now, also little bit elaborated, yeah. The practice union with the bodhicitta and emptiness, yeah. On the practice that become Buddhist, yeah. If you nothing, emptiness and bodhicitta, yeah. Then whatever we do practice, non-Buddhist practice.
인도 나도 따 라. 오레 레 근데 인자 만주 총한데 지인애한테 엄소바 슈드 생인데 가봐 이나 영어도 왔을 때 내가 데려다 왔어.
For that reason, whole Tantric ritual, yeah, when you beginning there's word Om Sobawa Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sobawa Shuddha Hang. This is talking about the Buddhist practice, the basic.
That do matters. Okay. Yeah.
Rinpoche, this is from Tracy on Zoom. When should a Buddhist student seek to do higher yoga tantra? It seems so important, but I assume it is not for everyone, even some Buddhists.
What? Sorry.
So when should a Buddhist student seek to do higher yoga tantra?
That is, I mean, getting Bushuri the was. Lamig, Tanyamden, the Kadun goes over rest.
디 라마 종가바기 직승 열바스 디틱디 domchimores tumon lamja ne tu kurwana tiba kunju choju do ji things tumon lamja ngon tu sone and yu ba chi sene and ngal shus ke res.
So you see, Zongaba make very clarity, yeah, on the rock as a Yondish human.
Re
The the quality of because Yondish human, the basic quality, yeah, Yondish human. They say, Tumunamja. When you become vessel of, yeah, when you Tumunamja, no to Juvanas, when you become vessel of practice common part, right? Then you practice Tantra. Yeah. So Tumu means the common part. The common part means renunciation, bodhicitta, then little bit understanding on emptiness, separateness. These three beginning. Yeah. So beginning should be have these three.
ring anzu gi jushi tida den le jamna ya res.
So I can answer related with the today topic.
Ngel subsidy ya ho nge beches.
So first, try to find understanding profound and peaceful.
Ti dembashi sebu chus.
Try to understanding Four Noble Truth. Yeah.
Ti ane nyunji tsam gi nyambo mahimba sheje shebal partu chebe dibe nyambo che tuya gi ane chik lame zobe sanje gi kompa tuya o tinde chik da deya tondala tredere sedi niwa ti jacher tayas.
Then that is not enough. Just become antidote of the obscuration to liberation, right? We need to become enlightened, become Buddha, yeah, Segumada Sandifin, yeah. Then we need to become more elaborated or more experienced study on the elaboration. That word.
Ti tredere sedi
They say free from the elaboration, yeah. Study on that.
ta tingi ni ti tumulam janteres.
So these two are the common part.
Tumulam janteres.
Yeah, this is common part.
Oh.
So
Genjunda chanjuk semda yanda betawa tuzores.
these two, they're talking about the renunciation, bodhicitta, and the right view.
Ta ti tsarve jela na karichene singinde ta tiwal level.
So you see, when really we have little bit understanding these three, then we should raise question, why we need to practice Tantra? Yeah,
Oh.
must be make question, yeah.
Tati wese dumache singeti mena sa getugu mewa sati shine lelig duas.
Then the uncompounded luminosity, if you don't have this practice, then cannot achieve enlightenment. Then answer coming that.
Nanzo tingsa sange chumde delia tata gatas leguduas.
Usually we say Buddha, Tathagata, yeah.
Tata gatas na karsigores.
The question, what's the meaning of Tathagata?
Oh, ta tin nenga chimbo shivores.
So this is a very essence word.
Nanzo tata gata te pögel düyündü 추잉이 디싱이 lar midang ba tsugi shekba satres. Dishin shekbas.
We sing in Tibetan, Dishin Sheba. Dishin means emptiness, yeah. Never arising, yeah, from the emptiness, yeah, from meditation echo pose, yeah. Never arise from meditation echo pose, then went to enlighten, saying that, yeah. Always meditation on emptiness, yeah. Never arise from there, so went to Buddhahood. Said,
Tata gata sengeng tsik sanskiti tsikte yongdares.
so Tathagata word is generally whole Buddhist
Ho
explain.
Theravada sungres.
Theravada also say Tathagata.
Re te tata gata deshe pudachi guguyona. Ting subshit guguyona. Nga maton rosa yomaras.
If we want to explain, yeah, the finest detail on Tathagata explanation, yeah, without Tantra, we cannot, how to say, explain full of Tathagata meaning.
Tata gata gi deshe karikyaga orasna. Tongba nila nyambar sha shine shendo niga chetunyechi.
So Tathagata, the meaning is meditation emptiness, yeah. Never arise from the emptiness.
Meditation equals.
Yeah. Yeah, meditation equals the meditation emptiness. Yeah, on there. Yeah, always equals meditation equals on there. Never arise from. Because of meditation emptiness, then through the simultaneously, yeah, to benefit welfare of other sentient beings, doing two activities, right? Then the question, how it's come? Yeah, always there in the meditation emptiness. Yeah, simultaneously. Yeah, they doing activated benefit to the other sentient being. How it's come? The question like that.
And then answer, choosing Ishitafshinala, Nikuya to Zuchidu, Nise to Zuchi, Niduas.
And our journally, we have 24 hours, yeah, within the time of sleeping time and time of the waking time. There's only two, right?
Deep sleep kalani, Kaketome Chagduas.
When you go to very deep sleep, yeah, there's no any feeling, there's nothing, anything like that. Yeah.
Ando Tanda Kajasheva Kalani, deep sleep minuas.
When you right now, when you're talking time, waking time, yeah, there's no way the deep sleep, right?
When you Yamdo Kandasi Yamudus.
It's impossible these two come together, right?
Tatada Gadasana Titavuchirovas.
Tathagata looks like that, yeah. Deep sleeping and also talking and chattering together, yeah.
Oh, Tati, Lora Walla Sawa Yine, Yoya Meba, Rotaji Gandoguduas.
So these two activity become spontaneously impossible through the gross level of the mind. It only can able by subtle level of the mind can functioning these two simultaneously.
Oh, Tindu vessels. The Shindu Travel vessels.
For that reason,
Dumaches. Singing to us.
so that reason they say luminosity or clear light and uncompounded, the two words.
When that is the Koshevaros.
Actual, that is the consciousness, the subtle mind of consciousness, right?
Davaros.
But it's impermanent, right? Changing.
Kon Dumache Karjan
But
Lavas.
how we say uncompounded, yeah, it's compounded things, yeah.
Kon Monatanjina, Kiji Jurashi Roas.
The reality is changing momentarily, yeah. Disintegrate, right?
Now call Dumache Karjan Lavaresana, Raholuagi, Dinde chair member, Guntun, Duiza Dumache Lavas.
So how we say uncompounded, our gross level mind, yeah, go down like the switching, yeah. That subtle mind continuously, without ceasing, their continuum, yeah, keep going on there. For that reason, uncompounded, beginningless, yeah.
Oh,
compounding.
Tindechigi Shendu Chetu, Tindet Lotamuji, Shendu Chetuaji, Chumbaina, that Yamara Sha Shindu, Shendu singing, deep sleep down, and then the thing that draws so Pejichalus.
That subtle mind, it can do something welfare of other, doing something do the welfare of other possible. Then it becomes similarity, deep sleep and activity together like that, yeah.
Oh, teens are Tata Gata, Stiris.
For that reason, say Tathagata.
Tata Gata gi, when I think Sabuchi, but Ratchabich go in, that not the rest.
If
Not
really
your
understanding profound meaning of Tathagata, then only can explain by Tantra. We should study on Tantra. Then we can get the 100% meaning of Tathagata.
닝마와게 조체 소야 돼야 왜세 두마체 디코르드 순거레스
For example, Nyingma said perfection of Dzogchen, yeah. Talking about uncomfortable luminosity or clear light, talking that.
가주바게 마하무다라 써야 돼야 왜세 두마체 디순데거레스
Kaji, they're talking Mahamudra, very popular Kaji, yeah. Talking about that clear light.
나기 substitute 왜세 두마체 왜세 두마체 치디 돈다 순거레스
So we are the profound, peaceful, the uncomfortable luminosity, yeah. Kaji also, great Mahamudra also explained that.
사자와게 사동 순주스게 설동스게디 왜세 두마체 디순거레스
Saja, there's a union of clarity and emptiness. Empty, yeah. He's talking about uncomfortable luminosity.
이루바게 대동일메 세데데 다티레스
Giluba say inseparable great bliss and emptiness. Talking on luminosity, clear, talking on that. Yeah. Everything's based, I'll say, landing on this word.
내 인도 substitute 왜세 두마체 세데게 투몽남장 가르게 로고부도 디실레 샤베 토네 나 가르냐면 제고 디데 세부 차스스
For that reason, profound and peaceful, free from elaborated, uncomforted luminosity, that they explain what is the common part. Yeah. Then after that, how we need to practice tantra. Yeah. It's explain very clarity on that two sentences.
다다나 간주 위강야 예데베 주 몽보 열was 도주 도열 주열 몽보 열was
In Tibetan text, there about the sutta and tantra. Yeah, many values, right? In Tibetan, right?
산계랑 숭
But direct Buddha teaching, but we call kanjur, right?
다데 베베티게티 산계랑 숭 아이나 마이나 사야지 도바지 사거도나 디 야갈리자기 토래야 몽보 녀도was
So then maybe now there are these 100 volumes, the 10, this all volume are really it taught by the Buddha or not? Yeah. If you have doubt, this time we can find many from in Sanskrit. Yeah. Now,
야갈리 토라리
yeah, in the Sanskrit,
was
Indian script, yeah, we can find not these days.
어
Sometimes.
다 든데지기 지gn야지 여바 있나스 다티 간데레 사야디 다 조자 탄데티가 다 로거스
So if really this Sutta and Tantra text found in
다 이제 지gn야바 있나스
you can get something to
로사 디레스타
some belief on that, yeah. Then we say how it happened. Then coming on this one, yeah.
땡
Does Rinpoche recommend a particular prayer for world peace today? Does Rinpoche recommend a particular prayer for world peace today?
잠시 시대용에
Prayer ale zambulin shidi yoye gata malam do the kare dying say the prayer pray for world peace. Something like
나라지 장주섬 저런 붙여서 데레 삼두스
my I say to think the best prayer in the world peace. Chanju Sem Jorim Buchi, yeah? Yeah. Precious Bodhicitta.
다 고치치마 지신데 남배 추기 걸 로도스
If you go, the real word is
literally
Buddhist teaching of Buddhist word, yeah?
이나야 삼바 상보 생엔디 펜데 자와지 임바데 디나 땡기도스
So in this text, Chanju Senjorim, they're talking about the own heart. Good heart. It's talking about the root of happiness. Talking about this word.
상월로기 다 메토에 베치기 시치르바스
So warm heart is the root of happiness. Everybody accept that, right?
디디 미치고 말을 심제 든도레스
I mean, even animal also accept warm heart is something root of happiness.
어다 딘데지 인디 디 가세야게 용어 쇼스는 몰라잖아 시대 차야랭 몰라 디자와 시송지기 야게치나 시대 차야랭 아 이체치기였어.
So these days we can pray that warm heart should be improved, prevail in this world. We pray that a warm heart improve, prevail 100% world become peaceful world.
나가란스 점블린 디나라 시야게 시라 칭사르스.
In our world, from the academic or education become advances and become so much developed, right?
이제 시행 거 뭐본다고레스.
It's looks like now we don't have a lack of something modern education. Look like that. Looks like enough, right? Modern education.
바로 봉대요. 잠세 봉대요.
What we lack of compassion, loving kindness, warm heart. That's we lack.
까브리 심제 둔돌래장 알아서 좋아도 근데 뭐알았어.
Sometimes our human being worse than animal.
심제 둔돌이나 통보 따당 시당 두서 통보이나 신나 잡아야 알았어.
Like a wild animal, tiger, lion, beginning very fierce, right?
갈래 톱체테 갈래 세 남주시대나 코 이제지 레서서나 야자 바벳 거 트랜스퍼런스.
So you see, then if you give something
르게
showing,
제초스.
compassionate like that, this wild animal 100% touch to you, and also make really transparently loving for us, right?
Or 밑에 텐데 민두스.
We human beings are not like that.
리인드 먼저 가리 봉대도 가루 둔돌래야 두대박이 잠재 봉대샤.
So we not lack of modern education. What we lack of the warm heart. That is sometimes worse than wild animal.
밀리야 치트치르와 또 고고 땅승에로 또 마모도
So human being very take something cheating or deceiving, so trick, right? Showing two faces, right?
다 디디페르바스.
So this is amazing, showing two faces.
그 탑시에 여마를 먼저 지금 뭐는 해야 돼. 가라나 리샤사위였어.
But there's no method, but do need to pray is true, we need to do that.
근데 이제 야 탐제 캠페 순고하레스.
His Holiness always mentioning.
샤라 팬도 제마춘나야. 레벨레 지금엔다 삼바지 생각하도 있는 야고르스 되게 순고하레스.
His Holiness always mention,
나 샤라 팬도 제스.
If can something help other, even cannot help other, at least never harm other. This is we need to do that in life.
나한테 삼내날지 예배 있나 뭐네 강한 감성지기 라렌가베 있는 시대야고 용사를 같은데 상대였어.
So like this advice in our heart, if we do something practical, then really we get a world peace. Otherwise, looks like impossible.
that's the kanyawares. The kanyawares.
My mouth coming so much. Very sorry.
Inangelalelo
But it's a real practical is not easier, but we need to try the best.
아자 지셰.
Thank you, Rinpoche. I wanted to ask about free from elaboration. Rinpoche mentioned there are many different types of elaboration we can think about, and what is the type of elaboration we should understand.
Because Nina never says your muji kakashi your sum so us. Tanganzu de karime was said this. It looks like piling, taking the How's it?
Onion.
Onion, yeah, one like that.
Oh. Kotina Joba Mongoyars.
There's so many different types elaborated.
Gentagi Chik Pejutang Mess.
I never used before that word.
Martagi Pejutang Mess.
I not used before that word.
Nangje Topsung Jobas Jivas.
There is elaborated of the appearance,
White
increase, and the near attainment. Three, yeah, three elaborated. The most subtle elaborated.
White appearance,
White
red
appearance, red appearance,
black
black appearance. Yeah.
Oh.
So we say
Tuzukang
appearance, increasing and near attainment. Yeah. These also elaborated.
Oh. Pen Sheranimu Wacharpig Yasungsha Sheranimu Chiwachibia and sometimes Trevor she said Tinala Nanja Thompson Trevor coming to Sumi to us.
So in Heart Sutra, they're saying free of elaborated, yeah. They're not talking free of these three: appearance, white appearance, red increase, and black. They're not talking of that, yeah, because it's sutra, right? They're not talking that.
Inaya Tadagata Sumi to us.
But talking on the Tathagata, they talk on the Heart Sutra, right?
Tadagata Munechi Cheval Tismuti Trevor Shigore Maris.
So if you become Tathagata, do we need to overcome these three elaborated? Yeah, definitely, right?
Kate Tisung Trevor Machina Trevor Shimiduas.
If we not, free from these three elaborated, yeah, then we not free from elaborate.
Kunzo Trevor Shichores.
So at that time, we can elaborate of the conventional. We can do that.
Ninang Trevor Shichores.
We can elaborate it from the dual appearance. Dual appearance means object and subject see the different ways.
Yeah. Oh, that in the zinc Trevor Shichores.
Also, we can free from elaborative or self-grasping.
Inaya Nanje Topsung Trevor, Nan Matema Meduas.
But elaborated of the three appearance, yeah, only overcome based on practice of the Tantra.
Oh, today in do that song about what she was saying.
So in this case, elaborated taking peel of the onion, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Inside is real ones, Tathagata, yeah. So many So we try to find the Tathagata. We need to peeling this onion, yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. But in the rest.
I like that.
Is this okay? Yeah.
Thank you, Rinpoche, for teaching. So normally the third turning is taught in, at least what I've heard, is in terms of the Yogacara teaching also, which like the Buddha taught the mind-only state.
Kidan this was Kolusumba the same time that I can see was.
At least.
Dodu Kongde said the Kandi Samsambegi Pejati Sanskrit Mindi Krashia US.
Do you know the name of in Sanskrit that's attaining Dharma? We say Dodu Gongde, yeah. It has 10 chapters. Dodu Gongde.
Oh,
the
Sanskrit Mindi Tanangani love to woman.
I can't saying in the Sanskrit word, yeah. That the Rinpoche is saying like that. The Tathagata Garbha, they're talking about that the sutra is one part of the third turning Dhamma wheel. The usually third turning we're talking about the Chitta Matra, it's we call Dodi Gongde, yeah. Because they say like this. Yeah, they say the one Bodhisattva asked a question, right? In first turning Dhamma wheel, Buddha taught seven the person, but the all phenomena exist inherently. Yeah. Second turning Dhamma wheel, Buddha said all phenomena lack of inherent existence. Yeah. And say, Buddha, you said that, yeah. But Buddha, you have no contradiction, right? So why? Then Buddha explained like that, talking of the view of the Chitta Matra. Yeah. So Tathagata Garbha teaching is not also some part of the Chittamatra, but the main Chittamatra view taught on the Dodi Gongja, yeah, the answering, yeah. Or first is, I'm saying, first ones is this, second one, so he explained three characteristics, yeah, so like that. My point of view, so the three turning Dhamma wheel, the based on Chittamatra tradition,
Gulame Gombata Deve, Sunga Onju Javish than Dene, Kolosum.
with the we call the Gulama, how say Tantra something, the Metri.
Aya Asanga.
Aya Asanga,
Metri Aya Asanga.
Tantra something. Based on there, Sunga Onju gave us the king who, how say, the power king make a question, request like a three turning Dhamma wheel.
Kolosum Sag, Tanya Chibarete, Munzichitan Kagayores.
So they both say three turning Dhamma wheel, but a different way of identity.
Dinane, Kolosumbatel Munzichitan Kagayores.
So within that, the third turning Dhamma also the different way.
That is, Tikana, Kolosumbateleya, Munzichitan Mendo, Niyobati, Karangena, and the same charges.
So third turning Dhamma wheel, they have two different way to identify it. Then you can make clear. Yeah, the first turning Dhamma wheel, they told the view of Vavashika and Sudantiga. Second turning Dhamma wheel, they talking view of the Madhyamiga. Third turning Dhamma wheel, they talking view of Chittamatra. So these three has a different, for that reason, they came four tenets in Buddhist, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Rinpoche. What is the difference between state of emptiness and non-duality? Is the state free of elaboration being in the state of non-duality? It seems like they're different.
Nina Dubsati. Nina Dubsati.
You don't say the sometimes they get it. You don't say.
Kunzo Gnawa Ganga Nube Chane, and you Tade Nina the Tuzo Ganga Meve in Bechane, Nidong Sing in Bachashas.
But you don't like somebody. You
Sumzizesh, Sumzizesh,
you get show.
Nina Dusanan, Tendicre, Nidong Sanan, Sumzizesh. Re, the Kerang Gajati, the Cosanidos.
You're saying like emptiness, right? Emptiness and empty of.
Like states that's free of elaboration. So no differentiation between subject and object. Would that be like
There. This I can don't need us to English like emptiness. So you see, four seal, right? Four seal. Did you the old composition factor because did you come to because impermanent. So all contaminated as suffering, yeah. Phenomena are empty and selflessness, yeah. So four school comes from different explanation on the third one. So in this case, empty also Chittamatra also say empty, right? That empty is free of dual appearance. They say subject and object. Yeah, we see differentially, right? But actual subject and object, one identity, right? So that call they say lack of emptiness phenomena. Okay, so usually empty means empty of inherently. Yeah, So Chittamatra, they say, whatever existent, yeah, should be exist by on sight. So like, so empty, same word, but a four school, different explanation, right? For that reason, truth of suffering also more subtle. Chittamatra, because Madhyamiga, yeah, Four Noble Truth become more subtle and subtle. Yeah, other become explained gross. Within there, Tantra, Four Noble Truth, more subtle than Sutra. So like.
Tangareta Ruchena, Tomba Nilaya, Sejidu Nyambar Shabe, E Gaptela, you Jetadic now the Nuber was.
The Rinpoche is saying like this: when you meditation, eco pose on the meditation emptiness, yeah, at that time we can dissolving appearance of object and subject different way.
Tomba Nichu, Rangon to be Tomba, said Taganglia, the never was.
The mind just focus on lack of inherently exist, yeah.
Oh, to do dame about it was.
At that time, selfness also there.
Oh, to do you Jetadic now the midwas.
At that time, during that time, there is no appearance of subject and object different way.
Nina knew to us.
At that time, we say it's dissolving on to appearance, yeah, free of to appearance.
Oh, da maybe Tomba Nigomba Kala, Nina never was not rest.
So when the time meditate equipoise on the empty Gaza selfness, at that time to dissolving of the dual appearance, we say yes, dissolving dual appearance.
In a deshe kagares.
But the explanation has a different way.
Da maybe in dan deshe kagares.
So they make a different explanation of the selflessness.
Nina nuya deshe kagares.
Also, how say dissolving dual appearance, also different explanation.
Pasa chikres.
But
same meaning.
Landing on this one.
Okay, thank you. I'm not there, Shagins.
Yeah, I'm stop here. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Lolis. Yeah.
Saji Peki Shuxing Mechok Shamri Rabling Ji Nide
Sangye.
And there's a little prayer here for Rinpoche's long life. You should have if you've got your notes there. Sangye Tenpa Dharma Dang Tenzin Kibu Japeten Drokun Deki Jungwa Dang Nekab Tatuk Dundru Sho Gewadi Nurudag Lama Sange Drupgyone Droa Chikyang Malupa Deyi Sala Gopashog. And Rinpoche's favorite prayer. Jang Chob Seb Chog Rinpoche Makye Panam Ke Gyuchig Ke Panyam Pa Me Payang Gong Ne Gong Du Heva Shog.